Welcome to this channel. Today is Friday, the 21st of June, 2024. The theme of this video is Three Passions. In the prologue to his autobiography, What I Have Lived For, Mr. Bertrand Russell, one of the world's most remarkable, distinguished, prominent, and respectable philosopher and mathematician, writes, open quote, "Three passions, simple but overwhelmingly strong, have governed my life: the longing for love, the search for knowledge, and unbearable pity for the suffering of mankind. These passions, like great winds, have blown me hither and thither in a wayward course over a great ocean of anguish, reaching to the very verge of despair. I've sought love, first because it brings ecstasy so great that I would often have sacrificed all the rest of life for a few hours of this joy. I've sought it, next, because it relieves loneliness, that terrible loneliness in which one's shivering consciousness looks over the rim of the world into the cold, unfathomable, lifeless abyss. I've sought it, finally, because in the union of love I have seen, in a mystic miniature, the prefiguring vision of the heaven that saints and poets have imagined. This is what I sought, and though it might seem too good for human life, this is what, at last, I have found. With equal passion, I've sought knowledge. I've wished to understand the hearts of men. I've wished to know why the stars shine, and I've tried to apprehend the Pythagorean power by which number holds sway above the flux. A little of this, but not much, I have achieved it. Love and knowledge, so far as they were possible, led upward toward the heavens, but always pity brought me back to earth. Echoes of cries of pain reverberate in my heart. Children in famine, victims tortured by oppressors, helpless old people a burden to their sons, and the whole world of loneliness, poverty, and pain make a mockery of what human life should be. I long to alleviate this evil, but I cannot, and I too suffer. This has been my life. I found it worth living, and would gladly live it again if the chance were offered me." Close quote. Let's try to learn from this great piece of prologue what Bertrand Russell has lived for. First, what's the meaning of this quote? This quote offers a deeply personal reflection on the driving forces that have shaped Bertrand Russell's life. It highlights three profound and powerful passions: the pursuit of love, the quest for knowledge, and a profound empathy for the suffering of humanity. At its core, this quote expresses the idea that human existence is often motivated and defined by intense motions and desires. The longing for love speaks to the fundamental human need for connection, emotional fulfillment, and intimacy. It indicates how love and relationships help shape our aspirations and experiences. Russell believes love to be a marvelous and magnificent phenomenon that has the power to violate him with euphoria. Russell's lonely thoughts can be banished thanks to his loved one's selfless devotion. His pain in the chest can be alleviated by the love of those surrounding him. Eventually, what takes him to heaven was the sensation of love. The search for knowledge indicates the innate human curiosity and thirst for understanding. It underscores the importance of the pursuit of wisdom and intellectual growth as a driving force in one's life. Russell has an insatiable curiosity in people's innermost thoughts and wants to know why the stars shine and so brightly in the night sky. He wishes to learn everything there is to know about the earth. Having sought both love and knowledge, Russell claims that it is compassion that brings him back to earth, just as he is about to arrive in heaven. The impact of harmful things on humans must feel lonely and dismal since they are meant to be people. Russell, motivated by his admiration and his need for knowledge, investigates the factors that make a trusting lifestyle possible. He has the courage to face reality, including his past, and make peace with it. He suffers from life's misfortunes because of his awareness that he is helpless against them. Unbearable pity for the suffering of mankind reveals a deep sense of compassion and empathy for the plight of others. It proposes a profound awareness of the challenges and suffering that humanity faces and a desire to alleviate that suffering. Moreover, the quote serves as a reminder of the complexity and richness of human emotions and motivations. It proposes that these passions, while simple in essence, can be all-consuming and guide the course of one's life. Essentially, this quote initiates the reflection on the fundamental forces that drive our own lives and to appreciate the intensity and depth of our longing for love, knowledge, and compassion for others. It further encourages us to consider how these passions shape our actions, choices, and contributions to our world. In human existence, soul nourishing and soul crushing things coexist. We ourselves have to figure out which motivations and value will be the guiding force behind our daily actions and decisions. Second, why has he compared the three passions? Russell compared his three passions to great winds, since they were the driving force in his life. They showed him the direction of his life and gave him the reason for his existence. These great winds are the love, the knowledge, and the pity for the suffering of the mankind. Third, why does Russell call his three passions simple? Russell didn't want money and popularity. He wanted simple things. He wanted affection. He accepted that love was the main thing, and he wedded multiple times to tell. The second is yearning for information. He was a mathematician, continuously searching for new things to learn. The third is an insufferable pity for humankind. He was thoughtful towards human affliction. Whilst the feeling of love and pursuance of knowledge made him escalate to heaven, it's the very pity that really brought him down to this earth, which is the reality. Russell calls his three passions simple because there are people in the world who desire some other much more complex things, such as fame or money. Fourth, how have the three passions contributed to the quality of Russell's life? The three passions in Russell's life contributed hugely to its making. He found his life worth experiencing, and had he been given an opportunity, he would like to live it again if a chance were given to him. These three imperative ethics help guide, govern, and administer his life. These gave him bearings and were behind the entirety of his activities. Russell trusted in affection and information and felt sorry for them. Whether it was the suffering of women, children, poverty, hatred, or loneliness, he felt the urge to work to get rid of them. Fifth, what, according to Russell, is the importance of love in life? Russell believes that adoration brings rapture into his life. Love can make a paradise on earth, and that its ability to impact your surroundings is extraordinary. Adoration brings the best up-matching satisfaction. Love drives away forlornness and injects another otherworldly aspect to life. 6. How does Russell's definition of knowledge differ from what is commonly understood by the term? He continually looks for information to broaden his area of interest. The Pythagorean hypothesis is its gift to this world, and it is quite possibly the main equation. 7th, why is the quality of pity earthbound while the other two passions are elevating? The two passions, love and eagerness to learn, raise him to paradise. However, the third passion for pity for human suffering brought him back to the earth. All the misery and sobbing for help and starvation constrained him to get once again to the earth. He was against the universal conflict because it brought obliteration and powerlessness. He longed for an idealistic world, an ideal reality where people live as a unified whole, practically free of torment and illnesses. Nowadays, pursuit for money and fame could be a daily routine for many people. But if humans only live for these, then people live with passions, no matter how tiny a fraction of passion in life may look peculiar. Do they? If Thomas Edison did not ever have the passion and persistence to continue with his experiments of carbonized cotton thread filament for an incandescent light bulb, even after having failed for more than 2,000 times, we may be still living in a world, not of darkness, but only with candlelights for illumination. So, do the people with passion in life still look peculiar? Or will the reverse hold true? Thank you for watching and listening. Goodbye.